Today, we're looking at something that feels like it belongs in a science fiction film, but it's very much a reality for modern workflows. This is the Pocket Cloud from Station PC. In a world where we're constantly told to put everything in the cloud, there's a growing movement of people who want their data back in their own hands. But usually that means bulky desktop towers or fragile external hard drives. The Pocket Cloud One tries to bridge that gap. It is quite literally a personal server that fits in your pocket. Let's unbox the idea of a portable NAS and see if it actually fits into a minimalist lifestyle, starting with the hardware itself. The Pocket Cloud is a sleek aluminum and plastic rectangle that weighs about 360 grams, roughly the weight of 2 smartphones. It feels solid, purposeful, and surprisingly premium. Inside the box, you're getting the main unit, a USB-C charging cable, and depending on your package, a magnetic charging dock. Now, a quick look at the specs without getting lost in the weeds. Under the hood, it's powered by a quad-core processor with 4 GB of RAM and Wi-Fi 6 connectivity. But the most important thing to know is what's not in the box. The storage. This device features an internal M2 NVMe slot. You provide the SSD up to 8 terabytes, which gives you total control over the speed and capacity of your drive. On the outside, there's a tiny 0.96-inch LCD screen and a physical knob. It's a very tactile, analog way to interact with a very digital device. You also have an SD card slot for quick transfers and a USB 3.0 port for expanding further. It's all powered by a 3200 mAh battery, giving you about 6 hours of use away from a wall outlet. So what problem does this actually solve? If you're a photographer, a filmmaker, or a remote professional, you've likely felt the subscription fatigue of Google Drive or Dropbox. You're paying every month for space you don't own, and you need an internet connection to get to your files. The Pocket Cloud's unique selling point is that it is a private cloud. It creates its own Wi-Fi hotspot. You can be in the middle of a forest or on a long-haul flight, and your phone, tablet, and laptop can all wirelessly access the files on this device simultaneously. The sync feature is the real standout. If you have the magnetic dock at home, you can carry the Pocket Cloud with you during the day to collect footage or files. When you get home and snap it onto the dock, it can automatically sync those files to a second drive in the dock or to your home network. It's a dual backup strategy that requires almost zero effort once it's set up. It's essentially taking the complexity of a massive network-attached storage system and shrinking it down into a device that looks like a high-end power bank. Who do I recommend this for? I think this is for the digital nomad who values privacy and local speed. If you find yourself constantly plugging and unplugging external SSDs into your laptop, or if you're tired of your phone running out of space because of high-res photos, this is a very elegant solution. However, if you only ever work from a single desk at home, a traditional larger NAS might serve you better for the price. Speaking of price, the Pocket Cloud One sits at around $299 for the main unit, often found on sale closer to $250. You do have to factor in the cost of an NVMe SSD to put inside it. For some, that might feel steep compared to a standard $80 external drive, but you aren't just buying a drive. You're buying the operating system, the Wi-Fi 6 bridge, the battery, and the private cloud functionality. When you look at it as a specialized tool for productivity and data security, the value starts to make a lot of sense. It's a niche product, but for that niche, it's incredibly well executed. In summary, the Station PC Pocket Cloud is a beautifully designed, minimalist approach to personal data. It takes the cloud out of the hands of big corporations and puts it right in your pocket. It's quiet, it's capable, and it stays out of your way until you need it. If you enjoyed this high-level look at the Pocket Cloud, I'd love to have you stick around. This is Tech Show Unboxed. We keep the tech simple so you can keep your life focused. Hit the subscribe button for more tech overviews, and I'll see you in the next one.